I don't know why this particular event in my life has been on my mind all day, but I've been thinking about it throughout my life. It comes up and out, but today they seem extremely prevalent in my thoughts. My grandfather was a blacksmith, and we used to call him Papa Dan. I remember that one day when I was in the forge, what we used to call it, that's where he used to do his work. I asked him why he had to burn the iron to put it in the shape. Now, I cannot remember whether or not he responded in English or in Patois, but the gist of what he told me was that in order to shape something, in order to shape the stuff that he wanted, he had to heat it and pound it into the shape, but it must be able to take the heat and take the pressure of the pounding for it to be bent into the desired shape. And I remember also asking him about why is it he don't use wood, and then he explained that, well, wood was not really his art. He does not really know how to work with. But he also told me that the wood could not take the heat and could not take the pressure, and that if you apply too much pressure to wood, it would break. And if you add too much heat to the same wood, it would burn and turn to ash. But I remember asking him a lot of other questions, and he laughed and he told me that I was asking too many questions. But I try to relate that to life in many ways, that if I believe that being able to be flexible makes it harder for people to break you. And being able to take the heat and the pressure mean that in spite of your strength, right, you can conform, to a desired shape, that you have to be willing to conform to a desired shape that you want to be conformed to. But them things as metal, you cannot really do it without pressure, and many times without heat. You almost have to become liquid for it to take the shape that you want to be. Whether you want to be have a career that is very demanding in any way, that will call for a lot of pressure and a lot of heat. And many times you also have to be able to take pressure from our society. When you're the only one who sees something in a particular way and everybody else disagree, if you believe that you are right, you should be able to take the pressure and take the heat. You understand? To stand up for what you believe in, take the pressure, take the heat, and conform yourself into the kind of person that you want to be. Now, the strange thing is that a lot of our tools back in the day that were made of metal, they had to change shape. So we have to be willing to change in some instances for us to become useful. For my grandfather to get the metal spoons he used to make, you understand, or he used to do those things for the fishermen to take to sea, or he used to do horseshoes, right? Those things had to become flexible for them to become useful. So there are many times in our life we are too hard and fast, and we refuse to change. We cannot take the heat, we cannot take the pressure for him to transform it into something that was useful to the people at the time. So let me just try and keep that in mind and see in our lives if we can take the heat, if we can take the pressure. And he also said that if you're not flexible, most times you will break. So let us not allow ourselves to break.